Ready for trial dictation. Yesterday, I had just moved for consideration of this very important bill. I think, in all fairness to this House, I should say that but for the unfortunate illness on the part of the finance minister, this bill would have been moved by him, a much right person to do this job than myself. Get ready. 5 seconds. Sir, I have great pleasure in placing before this House this resolution relating to education. The most important problem today is education. The problem of education is an ever present one. You will note that the progress of a nation depends on the type of education that its citizens receive from time to time. Therefore, we should give special attention to education. A sound system of national education is very necessary for the progress of the country. It has an intimate bearing on the general objectives of the 5-year plan. Under the circumstances, educational planning deserves first priority in scheme of social service. For this purpose, I would suggest that government should set up a committee for drawing up an objective plan for the education of the entire state. I strongly believe that the system of education in our country should be reorganized in such a way that every stage of education should be useful to the students. The entire economy of the country and the future progress of this nation depends upon the sound educational system that the country will evolve. Today, the system of education is dominated by several examinations. The most important thing is to make the boy really educated to become a good citizen of the state and lead a disciplined life in the society. The whole idea of the committee's recommendation is that a large majority of students who pass out from the secondary grade of examination would not be in a position to take to university education. But in my opinion, it should not be that every student should take to higher education. The secondary stage of education should be made an end in itself. The idea of secondary education is to give cultural background to the student. It may also give the necessary equipment for the boy or the girl to take up university education. The object of secondary education is not to send him on to the university. It is going to be the minimum education in this country. In this connection, I would like to make one or two recommendations for the active consideration of government. If you leave secondary education to the public and take up the responsibility of primary education, that itself would be a great credit to the government. Otherwise, the burden on the government would be too heavy. It would not be possible for the state to run secondary schools and try to help the colleges. I would therefore suggest that the government should take a definite policy in respect of these different stages of education. At the same time, it should be the primary responsibility of the state government to undertake the running of compulsory primary education. In addition, it must be the duty of the government to see that the children in the age group of 14 to 17 get education at the secondary level. This in turn would lead intelligent boys to various professions. It is that type of education the child should receive at the secondary level. If that is done, I am sure the economy of the government will be improved to a considerable extent. There is a great need for education in the country. It is a very good sign indeed. If this need is to be fulfilled properly, then the people should be given right type of education. Dear Madam, thank you for your letter of yesterday. We are sending with this letter a complete list of the dresses we can at present supply for children of the ages you name. You will see that we are able to offer a very satisfactory number of sizes and colors. We regret that pictures of the dresses are not supplied with the list, but we can send you pictures in color of any particular lines in which you are interested. Yours truly,